might have to turn the radio off.
Why?
Why?
So we'd like to welcome you to our new season 2 of our very fine podcast.
Welcome, welcome.
The original podcast was just something we came up with, and now we're waiting on news for our season 4 of the TV series.
But the podcast has really taken off, hasn't it? People like listening to it. We like doing it, and we want to keep doing it. This time we're looking at cars we might buy, but we might also look over cars that we can't buy because they're not for sale, and that's okay. We're lending an assessment or an opinion.
So if you're listening and you've got an interesting car, you probably know what we like, then get in touch.
We're also recording many of these episodes on video. Not quite a television show, but see what you think.
Shh, Gus, the podcast is starting.
Oh, is it now? Thank you for staying with us. I hope you like the cars we found. Good day, young podcasters and old podcasters.
Welcome to our show. We are back on it at the moment. We're making another podcast, and it's Gus's turn.
Before we turn this corner, talking of turns,
Yes.
I just want to say a few things.
Okay.
I've covered the car up. I've gone back
Really?
to tradition. Yes.
Really?
Hang on, and
Oh,
here,
yes.
here it is.
Now I see.
And the hilarious thing about this cover is that it looks like elephant hide. It looks like I've covered the car in elephant hide, and it's sort of
It's
hidden
kind
the
of-
contours of the car somewhat.
That cover's got a life of its own. It's got a shape of its own.
It really has,
Well,
yeah.
it has, but I can clearly see there's a car underneath it.
It's like a dragster, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It looks
small
like
dragster.
Yeah, it looks like a little. It looks like an American hot rod with a very small cab and a long back end.
Certain things that you noticed on a car when it's covered up, like the angle of the roof, for example,
Oh, yes.
points quite severely down, doesn't it?
Seems to,
Or
yeah,
up, whichever way you're looking
up
at it.
from the windscreen. Oh, well, I presume that's the front of the car because I can clearly see it's got mirrors on the front wings.
Oh, you see, it's
And
formed
I'm
a
going
sort of flying buttress, doesn't it? The
Yeah,
cover,
yeah.
which has a life of its own.
Yes, those are mirrors.
You're not
those
allowed
are
to
mirrors.
touch. Are you?
Oh.
No, touchy.
Well, I think I've touched enough because I'm now looking at this car, so
Okay.
I've got to work it out. I can see that we have quite a long front end.
Yes.
And there's a fair bit of back end going on, but this is a very small car.
It looks smaller covered up. Let's go round
Yeah, come on through.
and have a look at the back. Are you comfortable that you? Are you
I've
comfortable?
touched it again.
You're not allowed to touch it.
It's got a soft top.
Oh, you've discovered it's got a soft top.
I have, yeah, I couldn't help it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm now looking at this large, small car, large car. Quite a long front end.
Yes.
Quite a short cab with a soft top.
Yes.
So I've got that bit.
Yes.
And I can see coming around to the back of the car.
Ah, and you see, I think the back holds a lot of secrets for this car.
Yeah.
When it's covered up.
It's bulging on each corner at the back, the high-end corner where the rear lights would be.
Yes.
So it's got some shape to it.
Yes.
And starting to get an idea. I'm going to touch.
Okay.
I'm going to touch the top of the wing.
Okay. See,
Oh.
I'm just going to put this out there. I'm not sure that feely, touchy is part of the game of guessing when a car's under the
Okay.
cover.
Well-
I mean, it might be. I haven't made up the rules. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, you are right. It is feely, touchy. So it's not part of our general rules, which we don't
No,
have.
it's good. I
But
like it because
just-
actually, this is the best covered up we've had. You'd have
It
to
is.
admit that.
For the listener,
Yeah.
the discerning listener, well, this will help the listener. Top of the wing, where the outer skin joins the inner skin.
On the
which
rear wing,
becomes-
are we saying? It's
on
the
the
rear?
rear wing
Okay.
of the car,
Yeah.
yes. There is a seam line. It's got a sweated in, a leaded joint with a pronounced metallic bead on it. Now that's... So people will be getting it from that, and they're running
Yeah.
hands down the back of that.
They might not. They might have gone and got a cup of tea at that point.
Feeling the lights at the back, which are those sort of Gothic church window-shaped lights.
That are on every...
I'm ready to say, this
Yes, sir?
is an MG midget.
Well, let me just take this cover off because actually it's a trick question because it's an Austin Healey Sprite.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
But they ran
wow.
in parallel,
So,
didn't they?
yeah.
So they ran in parallel.
So technically incorrect, but practically I was right.
You were
I
right.
got it. I
Yeah.
got it.
So Sprite.
Your elephant hide cover could keep no secrets.
So shall we explain and describe to the listeners that what we have here...
The colour.
The colour. You like the colour? You don't like the colour?
I love the colour.
Oh, you love the colour. Good.
I even know what it's called. I actually do know what this colour's called.
Well, what is it called?
That is pale primrose.
Yeah, I think anyone who saw that colour would say primrose, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
It's so we have a primrose-coloured, so yellow, primrose-coloured Austin Healey Sprite. In what looks to be fairly good condition. So Austin Healey Sprite, starting with the Mark 1, the bug-eyed Sprite, which didn't have an MG counterpart, did it?
No.
No. So that was a Mark 1. So from Mark 2 onwards, Sprite and Midget ran in parallel.
I thought it was Austin Healey, and then like at some point in the early 70s, it then became MG Midgets.
No, I think they were both part at that time. Oh, well, I don't know if they were both part of the British Motor Company. I don't know if they were both BMC at that time or not. Certainly they ran in parallel from Mark, well, I guess from Mark 2, because there wasn't an MG Sprite, was there?
And the Mark 2, did that have door tops which lifted off? And sliding windows in those, because this has got wind-up windows.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What year is this?
I know, so this is H-Reg, is it?
H-Reg.
Yeah, this is H-Reg, so this is...
Okay, so what's that then?
69...
70... 6970, is that it?
6970, yeah.
Okay. This is a particularly pretty car, though, isn't it? Lovely colour. I'm just moving around to the front of it.
Yeah, well, I think that this... I don't know particularly what the specific details were. I think, well, obviously it's got a different badge, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And
that's pretty.
It's a really pretty badge,
Oh, yeah.
it?
Looking at the badge, so at the front of the car, looking at the one on the bonnet, it's got a round centre, Austin Healey written around the top, Sprite's written around the bottom with a really cool crest coat of arms in the middle with...
I suppose that's
well,
the
I'd like to say it's got
Healey
dancing unicorns, but it doesn't look like it's got any sort of animal on there at all. Or it's just...
I can't actually make out what... I mean, I haven't got my glasses
Well,
on,
my
to be
glasses.
fair. But anything
It's
that...
got wings on the outskirts.
It's winged, isn't it? And
Yes.
and that's the thing, isn't it?
Well, I mean, who can't like a set of wings? Well, look, also, that front grille doesn't, you know, other cars use that sort of front opening at the front, and it looks like the air intake from some fighter jets.
It does look purposeful, doesn't it?
It really,
and
really does.
I don't know, but I think this grille with its sort of five horizontal bars and then the upright bars all the way across. I think that is specific to Sprite.
It does look nicely simplistic. It's pressed from one piece of aluminium as well, which is...
Is it? That's
yeah, it's not a collection of bits joined together. That's the one pressing.
Yeah, that's
so
nice,
it really is
isn't it?
kind of simplistic.
Yeah.
In its manufacture, it's a nice look.
But the car's simply... I mean,
Meaningful.
it's beautifully simple, this car, isn't it? And
Yeah.
they were designed to be that, weren't they? They were designed to be a sports car, enthusiast car that you keep in your shed. That was the glory of them.
Well, it looks like this one's been in the shed for a very long time.
Well,
it's covered in dust.
It is covered in dust.
It's verging on looking like a barn find.
But...
a very good barn find.
Exactly. I mean, just glancing round it, there's not a spot of rust on it.
No.
Which is amazing. So the other thing I know about this car is, because I talked to Ernie when he offered it to us to have a look at, it is for sale.
Okay.
He wants $6,500 for it.
That seems incredibly affordable.
I think so, yes. I mean, looking at prices of them, generally, a very good one is 8, and a very, very good one is 10 to, say, 12 at the outset. So the prices aren't absolutely,
They're amazingly low, I think.
I think they are as well.
Yeah, because they're really nice little cars, and they're fun cars to drive and own.
Yeah. And in that classic British vein, they're not particularly sporty, are they?
No.
But you are sitting very close to the ground, which makes it feel really sporty.
Everything feels lightning fast. when you're sat on the motorway at your 55 miles an hour and you can see the Armaco next to you. And it's at the same height as your head. That's enough to be frightening.
As everyone's bumpers are also, aren't they? Everyone's bumpers are at head height when you're in this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you pull up next to a Range Rover in this thing,
It's an occasional car.
And then you think Range Rover wheels with the tyres on are probably taller than the top of these wings.
Yeah, and I bet they are as well.
Crikey, that really puts it into perspective, doesn't it?
Do you think...
It's literally as dangerous as an ironclad motorbike.
Yeah, it's really dangerous. Talked ourselves out of it.
Yeah,
already. Do you think that... I was just thinking of pricing, and do you think Austin Healey prices compared to MG midget prices, do you think there's a difference? Do you think one is more desirable than the other?
I have an opinion which is just based on what I would like rather than on any level of fact. Because I've had a couple of Austin Healeys, Sprites, in my time. And I like... OK, I like the words, the name, Austin Healey.
Yeah.
It seems to have so much more cachet.
Well, it does, doesn't it? And it's less, it sort of seems less mass market than MG, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you think of Austin Healey, you think of the big 3000s, don't you?
Well, yeah.
And
I mean, that's quite funny because you say to people, oh, yes, I've got an Austin Healey. And they go, oh, what's the 3000? You go, no, it's a Sprite.
But it's cool. And they ran in parallel till 1972. So,
Did they?
And I'm sure there's a lot
okay.
less of these. So they've got to be rarer, haven't they?
Yeah. So, and with a better name, better sounding name, in my opinion.
OK, so let's say in our own inimitable style that we don't actually know, but we're going to say yes.
Yeah, Austin Healey's better, yeah.
Let's have a look at the exterior of the car, see what we think, see whether we think... We'll play the game. We'll play the game, see whether we think this is worth us buying. I'm already thinking it is. We're down at the front. Front bumper, beautiful big chrome bumper. Will's hurt his knee. Have you?
I've knelt on a stone.
I was going to say, last time we met, we said we would suppress all movement
and that's worked.
Anxieties.
That's worked.
It's worked for me too.
Yeah, you know those noises you make for the listener? When you sit down and go, oh, or stand up and go, oh. Right, you used to do that stuff because it was funny.
Yeah, and then you start doing it because it's getting a bit real. And then you stop doing it because you realise...
I stopped doing it deliberately. And I've had a very quiet week.
I've had a very quiet week as well. Because I had to point out last time that I am actually as nimble as a cat.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Well,
should we get back to this?
I'm as nimble as a blacksmith's hammer. Or an anvil. The chrome. I'm looking at I'm on the driver's side front corner.
And I am on the passenger side front quarter. And so it's got a big chrome bumper, hasn't it? Very British sports car. Great big overrider. But it's all in very good condition.
The chrome is lovely.
Yeah, and I think it would be fair to say that this is an occasion when one could finger something, and it would be the bumper.
Yeah.
Because if you rub it with your fingers on the bumper, it takes off all the little bits of...
Comes out shiny.
Yeah, very shiny. In actual fact, I would say it takes off the rust that's on there, but there is no rust on there. It is literally
I just picked it away at a bit of what I thought was
Have you made a hole in it?
No. It was a squash bug.
Oh, OK. Well, that's fine.
That must be how long ago it was driven, when there were actually still bugs out on the road.
Yeah.
You don't see squash flies on cars anymore, do you?
You used to get that collection, didn't you?
Yeah, you go on holiday, drive around the country lanes for what seemed like 2 days. Yeah. With your dad driving his Saab 95. Yeah, front of the car covered in...
Yeah. I mean, it was carnage, wasn't it? No wonder there's no bugs left.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And the cars on the road.
Smashing them all to bits with cars forever. Yeah, so the chrome work's good.
Chrome work, very good. Paint work... Also,
that's nice.
Very good. There's not... I'm just looking round the front wing here and around the apron at the front of the car, around where the grille sits, this beautiful polished aluminium grille.
I've got my hands up on the inside of the wing. It's very clean. It's not covered in, like, acres of underseal.
But there is underseal under here.
It's undersealed, but it's not like somebody's been putting it on with a spatula for decades. It's a nice...
It's not disguising anything. It's just preserving something.
Yeah. And this doesn't have all of that, but it seems to be in nice condition. And the very, very bottom of the wing, directly in front of the wheel, below the side lights...
Yeah.
Where there's that sort of capture area.
Where the drain hole is talking about.
Yeah, I remember those always used to fill up, and the bottom of the wings would rot and fall off.
It's very good.
That's perfect.
Yeah. It's
the
clearly,
drain hole is the correct shape as well.
It's clearly had paint, hasn't it? But it is very good, isn't it? There's no rust on mine at all. So that hole is intact this side. The drain hole at the bottom of the front wing is intact.
Yeah.
And if like you say, if you run your hand around it, there's no fattening, there's no fillering, there's no. It's all in, and it's all as it should be.
Feels like a new panel.
Yeah.
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 This headlight's blown.
Oh, is it?
You can see there's a smoky fogging on the inside of the glass.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be original anyway. It's got halogen Y-pack written on it.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably could be just a unit.
Well, this side is a sill beam, but they would normally have Lucas
they're
written
not
on
matching.
it. No.
So, yeah, look, they're a completely different shape. This one's got a much flatter lens.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the
they
yours is
are
very
a different
bulbous.
shape, aren't they? I like the bulbous
It's funny,
one
isn't it?
better.
Because I think sort of 15 years ago, you'd have looked at these newer replacement halogen lights and gone, oh, they've got a flatter front, or they look a bit more modern.
Yeah,
They're going to make my classic car just have that edge of newness.
Yeah.
Thinking the old sealed beam.
Well, of course you do, and you want it with the lugs on it as well.
Well,
On
yeah.
the little, there's three, isn't there? And I'm sure they were for turning it, weren't they?
Yeah. That's a better look.
It's
that
a better
shape,
look.
The bulbous
You're
glass
right,
shape.
You're right.
So,
wing-mounted mirrors, which is lovely and
mine
classic.
is intact.
And a right giveaway when the car's covered up.
Yeah, that was it. Just moving, I'm down at the back of my front wing on the driver's side of the car. So
Yes.
the windskin is, I mean, there's no filler in that at all.
Are you on the wing itself or the seal?
That's on the wing, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's none on this side either. And in actual fact, the seal this side is very good as well. I mean, there is a little bit of weld at the front edge of the seal. So for you listeners, where the seal rises up on a Mini at the front and goes into the wheel arch, they all do it. They've all did it all the way through the life of the
Yeah,
same,
I've got
wasn't
a
it?
similar thing on this side.
Have you got some weld on that?
Yeah, just on the seam at the bottom, I can see where the sill, the original sill is still there, but the front sort of 16 inches of it on the vertical seam where it drops down below, it's got a few spots of MIG weld.
Yeah.
Just sort of discernible there.
But that'll be the place, won't it? But it's very neat, Will, that's what I'm saying.
It is very neat, and I'm sort of tapping that area as well, and it doesn't really sort of seem to...
No, it's good. I think it's very good.
Seems to be an even thickness.
Yeah, and the wheel arches, again, that's another place where they go, the back of the wheel arch, but it's very good on this. There's no lumpy fillerness, which you would expect to find. Well,
I reckon this car's been painted, you know, Gus.
I think it might have been painted as well.
Yeah.
I can't see that it survived for this long.
That's definitely not original, not that good.
I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
And also, I had noticed on the front, on the A pillar here, I'm on the driver's side, and there's a rubber that sticks out of this really lovely, very typical midget aluminium section of the windscreen, the A pillar here.
Oh.
And there's a bit of, I don't know if it's overspray or if it's actually, it might actually be polish. I think it is overspray. But
I think it is. I think it is. These windscreens, you know, they come off. There's
I'm assuming they must do.
2-bolt flange on either side.
That goes down into the wing there.
Into the A panel, yeah. When I was a teenager, probably about 18 years old, I had to take the windscreen off one of these. And it was, you know, when you're really young and pretty inexperienced, I remember it being the most difficult job that I ever tried to do because, you know, you've got to get in and upside down, and you're down in the footwell with your feet up out of the door, and you can't see it. I could have done with a nice socket setter. I think I just had like one slightly bent combination spanner or crank spanner or something.
But I remember those sort of jobs. Those were the things, don't they? Those are the things that they sort of scar you a bit, don't they?
It did.
But I remember I remember putting a timing chain on one of these engines, on an A-series engine. It was on a Mini, in actual fact. And I remember it being the end of the world. I remember not being able to I can't remember what it was now, what I couldn't get off. Whether it was I couldn't get the
crank nut or something.
or I couldn't get the sprocket off or whatever it was. Yeah. And I remember it being the end of the world. And I remember walking away from it thinking, well, that's it, I've ruined my car. And all I was trying to do was to fix it, and now I've ruined it.
I can't do anything.
I can't do anything, no. I think I had to borrow a puller in actual fact, or something, I don't know. But it's those things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you have to walk away from them and then you have to go back to them. And
those things Those learning curves.
Yeah.
Those horrible, horrible, horrible learning curves. Where you go through torture.
I think we should conclude by saying that the exterior of this car. I mean, also, we might want to look at the gaps, the panel gaps on the doors. I think that top one where the front of the door edge dives in and tucks under the A-pillar there. I think that was always...
Those two lines are never going to line up, will they?
But on this side, the front of the door and the A-pillar are parallel, as is the bonnet to the bonnet's parallel all the way over. I mean, that's very good, because they didn't come out of the factory very good, did they?
No, but this side, I would say, is as perfect as the panel gaps where the wing meets the A-pillar, where the A-pillar then meets the door behind.
Yeah.
Very good, very true, very straight.
Yeah. It's
so
good, isn't it?
We've looked at panel gaps.
We've looked at panel gaps. We know it's been painted.
Yes.
Panel gaps great, aren't they?
Yeah, the panel gap's great. The panels are straight. And while we're on about the body, look at this hood.
Yeah.
Do
you think
that's old?
Do you think it might be original? I think it might be.
Well, I would say it looks old enough that it would be the original.
I can't imagine that if you drove along in the rain that would be waterproof in any way, shape or form. But it's an occasional car, isn't it?
It's an occasional roof.
It is an occasional roof. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
And I can see. Look at this. It's had some repair work done. The original PVC windows have been cut out and new ones have been stitched in.
Good grief, that's a labour of love.
Well, it is.
I don't go in the boot yet. He's desperate to get in the boot.
But it's really, really telling when you're assessing the quality of a car.
Yeah.
Especially on these cars, midgets and Spridgets, that weird made-up word.
I don't like it. I think let's go with Sprite and Midget.
Yeah.
Can I just say, the panel gap on this, before you open it, the panel gap on this is humongous. But I suspect that might have been how it was. Or do you think this might have had a bit of a...
I think that could do with a bit of adjustment.
Don't adjust it now, it's not yours. Don't.
Not yet, but this is looking like a nice car.
Well, it does look like a nice car, doesn't it? It really does.
Well, now we can have our cup of tea then.
Yeah, OK.
It's got biscuits this time.
Yeah.
We should have biscuits.
Yeah,
I want biscuits. Oh, and I was just thinking.
What?
Oh, you switched it off.
Right, so we're back.
Welcome back to our podcast.
Have we explained to the listeners, they know that this is a Primrose Yellow Austin Healey Sprite 1969-70, don't they? We've
I
covered
think we
that.
have said that, but reiterating it is good.
Is it worth pointing out that we're hungry for cars?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. If you have got a car that's interesting, we could just come and have a look at and make a podcast about and ascertain whether it would be, a suitable car to do up and try and flip.
Yeah.
Then please get in contact because, we need interesting cars.
Shall we go inside?
And I get to go in the driver's side.
So Will's getting to go in the driver's seat. I'm going in the passenger side and, my goodness,
there's
really is
quite a long way.
But look at that, though, Will. There's plenty of space in here, isn't there?
Once I'm in, it takes a little bit of wriggling. Oh, you're right. It's very, very low.
It's really low.
Just feeling the seat goes down a very long way.
Yeah.
My bum is literally only 8 inches off the ground.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely no more than 8 inches.
I would suggest there's a little bit of sag in the base of this seat as well, which is not going to help.
I really like the check straps on the doors. I'm just saying it's something that appeals to me. It's got fabric check straps on the doors.
Those are nice, aren't they?
Yeah. But once again, the whole interior of this car shrieks of being very genuine, doesn't it? It's not trying to be something it's not.
No.
It's just a little sports car. Only just a sports car.
Everything looks correct. And the first thing that sort of comes to my eye is that it's all very shiny, it's all very straight, but looking down here, we've got an original solid-state radio.
And how can you tell it's solid state, Will?
Well, it says it on the front, look. It says here, solid and state. And I'm putting those two words together as a brief sentence.
That's great.
And assuming that means it's solid state, which means it's got something, it's not got valves or in it, and it doesn't have microchips in it. That's the gap in between, where solid state meant it had transistors and things like that.
I'm loving the rust and the patina on the gearbox tunnel here, where it rises up and you've got the gear lever coming out.
I think that this
great.
bulbous bit here probably would have originally been painted black.
Maybe, but it's a nice touch that it's...
It looks like it was done a very long time ago, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely. You can even pick the paint off.
Don't pick at it. I don't. I also like the fact that the handbrake in a Sprite is on the passenger side, which means that the co-pilot gets to utilise the handbrake in mid-corner.
You know, when we're in a car together, everything that's on his side of that imaginary line, which runs through the car, bang in the centre from front to back, is his responsibility, or he has jurisdiction over it. Yeah. So if the heater knob is on his side, he gets to control the heater. Yeah. If in this case, if the choke lever is on his side, he has to be in charge of the choke. And I think that's going to be the washers. It's got water in.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
And it's primed as well. It's very immediate. It must be right there, mustn't it? The bag
must be, yeah. That's amazing.
And this switch here, so next to the choke. So let's just say for the listeners, it's got this fantastic tin dash, all crackle finished in black, absolutely perfect in my sensibilities of how a little sports car dash should be. And it's got the choke lever is right over on this a sort of extender panel, I would call this.
The panel runs all the way from my side, from the A-pillar, right the way across through the Siegfried line and sort of 8 inches into Gus's territory.
Come on, I want to explain this. So we've got all the things necessary to be sporty here, haven't we?
We have.
We've got a fuel gauge right over on the left, and the next gauge...
Least important.
I love these double gauges. So Smiths did these double gauges, did water temperature which ran from left to right around the bottom, so runs anti-clockwise, and then an oil pressure gauge which runs clockwise from the top. And it's pretty sporty. 2 needles, 2 centre points. That's great, isn't it? That's sporty.
And then we have the rev counter, which is also a Smiths produced piece of equipment. Yes, with a negative earth.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually, isn't it? Yeah, neg earth. That's what you want. Yeah.
But
originally a negative earth car. Well, yes, but
no, it won't have a cable. It'll be electronic. Oh.
There's no cable.
No, it's electronic.
It's electronic, which is why it's negative earth. Yeah, that's it. But it says this engine, this lovely little engine, which we haven't seen yet, can rev up to 5,500 RPM before we hit the orange segment.
Yeah, but you've got to take it into the orange.
You have.
You've got to take it into the orange.
Okay, so the orange starts at 5,500 RPM, which is ballistic, and goes up, so I would say, to 6,250 RPM. And then after that, it's red. Yeah. And then after that is call this services because your engine's blown up.
Yeah. And I would imagine, I mean, I don't know, but I would imagine you'd probably be pretty much at the end of the power by the time you got to the orange, would you say?
I would think it would be incredibly difficult to see it through to the red.
Yeah.
Or even the orange.
Yeah.
Really, unless you're going downhill.
Unless you'd blueprinted the engine or something really nice like that. Balance the crank. Ooh, lovely.
Nice. Yeah, lovely. A little A-series engine, all tuned up. Wouldn't that be nice?
So in here, you'd have to say, carpets are great.
Yes.
I mean, I'm getting
They look like... They're too good for original.
Yeah, I'd
There's
say
got to be replacements.
It's got seat belts. Not sure if it would have had originally.
I think it would have done.
Yeah,
Those look like original belts and proper fittings. Look, they're these over centre ones. Look at those. The ones that are always Kangol. They're not bicycles, they're Kangol. Yeah, so these are the ones where you have a chrome hook, which is like, like the palm of your hand with your fingers sort of fold out. Oh,
look, there it is.
There it is, coming over my shoulder.
Yeah, look.
And then you've got...
goes into it.
And then you've got the receiver bit. So the chrome hook, it's like a flat piece of steel that curves around at the end. And then you've got this arrangement, which I never, ever, ever trusted in any car.
No, it's...
Where it then sort of just clicks into this plastic bits. And there's some sort of magnet in there to hold it together.
No way.
But yeah, there's a magnet.
That's it. Holy schmoly.
So with a good rattle, that'll come apart.
But what I really like about... I put the other one, the click-in ones. That are like this, but the click-in ones.
Oh, yes.
But what I used to really like is that you then ratchet it, you then... tighten it up, don't you? And that's really satisfying. Then you pull yourself right in.
Yeah, you feel like you're connected to the car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, you feel like you want to keep this one tight because if it's loose, they've got a hole. You just catch them with your
Yeah.
Cufflinks, not
That's
that
not good,
you
is
or
it?
I ever wear cufflinks.
I always wear cufflinks.
Do you?
Always,
Oh.
yeah. I've got some. Oh no, I didn't put them on this morning.
No, silly you. Yeah. Well, I never wear cufflinks. In fact, no, I did once.
But
I
not-
once went to the Young Farmers Ball with my
you?
friend Martin.
Oh.
And me and Martin, we wanted to be suave and sophisticated. So we went down to a place in Trowbridge.
How sophisticated?
It's not going to be that sophisticated. And we rented ourselves some evening suits.
Oh, lovely.
And we felt like the nuts.
Yeah.
So we got them on.
James Bond.
We're around at his flat, which is above a garage, so also not very refined. And we got our evening suits out of the little zip-up bag, and we put them on, and we're there going, we haven't got any cufflinks.
Oh no.
You need your own cufflinks. They don't come with the higher seats.
Oh, did you
So
have
we
to
popped
revert
down
to
to the
string?
workshop.
I know where you're going with this.
M6 nuts and bolts and washers.
I thought you were going to say cable ties.
With Nylox.
With nylon?
With Nylox,
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
It made them very difficult to get off later.
I bet it
When you haven't got your spanners and you've been at the ball, so you've had a couple of drinky poos. Poor Martin tried to get his off in a hurry and couldn't. While we're going back to the dashboard bit, I'm just looking at the bit here where it tells me the odometer.
Oh, yeah, it tells you what speed you're doing.
Well, yeah, it tells
You
you what
might be
speed you're
doing.
doing, where the high beam is on, and how many miles this car has covered across the surface of our planet that we call Earth
Yeah, let's
and
have a look.
home. It's 82,912 miles.
Well, it's customary to say at this point, barely run in.
Well, it is customary, isn't it? But a car at this age has almost run out.
Yeah. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to hear.
So-
It's a shame we don't start them up because it would be nice to hear
Well,
it, wouldn't
would be, yeah. But
I mean, it's been stored. It's probably
It
not
has.
got a battery.
Great.
It's interesting.
Love
You
to.
remember when we had that the Fiat Coupe and they had the painted dash?
Yeah, yes.
And we were saying, oh, it's amazing that nobody has done that since this sort of era. And it was done in this
Yeah.
area because it was utilitarian. It was just easy to do, wasn't it? It was the way that you hung instruments. First of all, you had a flat bit of ply or bit of wood that you sunk them into, and then after that, you had a pressed bit of
steel. Give it a bit more dynamic.
Yeah.
And a bit more shape and a groovy look.
It's a lovely shape. isn't it?
Nowadays, it's all plastic.
Can I just point out as well, which you haven't noticed or maybe not appreciated, that both these gauges are pointing towards you.
Yes.
The driver, the sporty driver.
Like a modern curved screen telly.
Yeah.
This is pre-curved screen tellies. Austin Healey came up with it first.
Don't
Oh,
open
I've
it.
done.
Will's daring to open the quarter lights again
Yeah,
in another
look.
car. And they have opened,
That's
to be
opened
fair.
beautifully.
It's lovely.
That's
lovely.
a good movement. The catch-all works really, really
So
nicely.
these are they're chromed, aren't they? They're not, or are they stainless? No, they're not stainless. They're chromed steel, aren't they? Yeah, there's 3 toggle switches. One. Well, the heater is a pull one.
Yeah.
So one will be the lights. Oh, is one the indicators, or have you got a stalk?
There's a
Oh,
stalk,
there's a
which
stalk.
is also painted yellow to match the outside of the car.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
With a little end on it, which is people would say was plastic, but it's not, and it's not Bakelite either. It's actually ebonite.
Ebonite.
Yeah.
We went through that the
Which
other
is
day.
like highly compressed rubber.
Yes,
Right.
that's right.
I'm trying to get out of this car.
No noises, no noises.
I know. Okay, I'm going to do it in silence. Well, I'm not going to do it in silence because I'm going to describe it. Trying to get out of the car, so I've hutched my bum right to the back of the seat, and
Good.
I'm now got to get I'm on the driver's side of the
You've
car.
got very, very big boots on as
And
well,
I've
haven't you?
I've got incredibly long legs, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to hutch my leg up far enough to get it out of the door.
Without making a mark. You've
Without
made
getting
a
it all
mark on
over-
the door
I
card.
know, that's my grubby boots all over that black.
Yeah, I'm going to get out like a cat, gracefully.
Yeah. Well, now
no
I'm
fuss.
having to touch me bum out first, followed by my other leg. We haven't opened the bonnet, which I'm sure is
No.
where we're going to be going next.
Yeah, I think we go to the bonnet next. I think we're in a perfectly good order. Let's have a little look, see if anyone can find
I
the.
can see where it is.
Oh, and it must be on your side because I can't
no,
see it.
it's on your side.
Oh, is it?
It's got B written on it for bonnet.
Oh!
Le Boniche.
I've been looking at that, thinking, what's that? And of course, it's B for bonnet. Okay, here we go. Wait for it. Oh,
Oh,
it's resisting.
Hold on, let me go to the other end. It might have.
No, I don't want to pull it too hard because I don't want to break
it might have done it.
Is it
Oh,
already
no.
done? No.
No.
Give it a push. I'll give it a pull again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's gone.
Okay.
With a resounding clunk.
Okay, where's the... There it is. Right, okay. That's got a very long, wobbly bonnet.
Yes, they're not braced, are they?
Oh, look at that.
Only right at the edges. Oh, oh. So,
Hello.
wait, somebody has painted.
Here we are, a little supportette.
Oh, lovely. So we're looking at.
Oh, this is funny.
What's that?
I'm now stood next to the bonnet. Can't see it because the bonnet's in the way.
bonnet's so low. I think maybe we'll lift the bonnet up or we kneel down.
I'm kneeling down so I can see what's going on. The car still sports. Well, look, everything's as it should be, apart from one major thing.
I'm just having a little look. I can't really see. So down your
So
side.
the engine's a funny colour. It's
been
not
painted,
the correct colour.
It's been painted dark green.
Yeah.
But it's still on twin SUs and it's still got these beautiful air cleaners, one home, one away, pointing either side of the engine bay.
And it's still sporting a dynamo as well. Look, there's plenty of oil in the SU
Yeah.
dash parts.
Let's have a look round this
That
side.
one.
So it's got its dynamo, which looks new in actual fact.
Yeah,
I'd
it
say
does,
somebody's
yeah.
replaced that.
That's
It's still
look.
on.
Oil in both of the dash pots.
Well, that's good.
Is there a battery on it? Yeah.
This was a thing here that it's got twin cylinders. So it's got the clutch cylinder and the brake cylinder.
Yeah, hydraulic brake. That
was
must have been quite posh.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
a thing. I think maybe on this mark, it wasn't on the earlier ones. I think. I don't know.
Oh,
There is a bit
look.
of surface rust under here again, where the cylinders with the fluid in it, with the brake fluid and the hydraulic fluid in it, has obviously leaked, and it's only surface rust.
Taken the paint off.
Yeah, taking
common
the paint
thing,
off.
isn't it?
Very common,
We see this
yeah.
quite a lot. This is something else I really like. Look, there's layer upon layer of masking tape labels stuck to this front slam panel.
Oh yeah, what has been
And
changed?
it says, look, all oils changed April 2022, and the mileage 82,910.
So it's done 2
Hold
miles.
on.
2 miles?
2 miles.
Yeah.
2 miles since all the oils were done. Well, they'll all be worn out with age by now, but...
Or fallen out the bottom.
Yeah. But look where it's been parked, though. In the garage.
Oh yeah.
There is
tiny
A
bit.
tiny spotette.
Yeah, but that would have been put in there when it was hot, so that's...
Well, yeah, there you go.
Don't know if that's gearbox or engine, do you? But that's amazing.
Do you know there's one major thing under this bonnet which I noticed? And you might not notice it because it's so blindingly
Because
obvious.
it's not there. Oh, okay.
No,
Let me
it's so
have a look.
blindingly obviously incorrect. The little guessing game. It's the whole of the engine bay area.
That's something that's incorrect.
Yeah. It's,
Let me have a look.
you're either going to kick yourself or me when I tell you.
So there is a battery on it.
There's something hugely incorrect under there.
I don't know.
You're not spotting it, which
No.
is nice, because if we do buy this car, then the buyer might not spot it, but here it is.
Should there be a certain... No serve on it. What?
That's painted black under the bonnet.
Oh, I see, yeah. No, I had noticed that. Yeah.
You had?
Yeah.
That should have been body colour. Yeah.
So, well, that's interesting. So do you think then that... Do you think it would make a significant difference? Because actually, it's not a huge amount of work to strip that out, is it?
No, it's not. Not really. Not enough to pull everything away enough to get to it, to
Yeah.
give it a real good clean up and paint.
Yeah.
And actually service some of those components that come off as well.
But I think you're right, because actual fact, if you looked under there, and we have this all the time, don't you? The wow factor when you lift up a bonnet.
Yeah.
If you took that out, took everything out, painted that,
Yeah.
because it's not as if you've got to chop stuff out and weld stuff back
Do you
in.
know, I think I'll go as far as pulling the engine out as well and painting that the correct colour.
I was just going to say exactly that.
Yeah.
Because that's glaring as well, isn't it?
It
And
is,
if you
yeah,
had
that's just so the wrong colour.
Yeah, if you had an A series that was, when they normally had black tops, didn't they? But you could do what you want.
Well,
I mean,
you
a
could.
Silver top would
But-
look nice.
I would say that the only thing that's incorrect under this bonnet is where this suppressor has been jerry-rigged onto the side of the coil for the radio suppression. Look at that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would
Didn't
say-
even notice that, but yeah.
Everything else is 100% bar the colour of the engine, the colour of the bay, and that wire.
I think what we're saying about under the bonnet is that if there was money to be made on this car, then
That's where it is. That's where the work is.
I think so. I
Yeah.
absolutely think so, and I think that's yes. I
the
agree
rest
with
of
you
the car is
completely.
a polish up.
rest of the car-
This is going to be a very quick, easy conclusion on this car because he wants, what, 6.5 for it?
Man, that is the kiss of death. To saying that it's going to be... Every time we say that, oh, God, this is going to be great. It's going to take us 5 minutes.
I've made my mind up, though.
I agree with you completely. We take that out, we paint that. We'll run it up first, see what it sounds like. We can give it a service, put a new chain in it, maybe. Maybe we could do that.
Let's take the windscreen off as well so I can see if it's just as awkward as I remember it.
It wouldn't be, you know that, don't you?
No, I know.
Because
your mind, job.
The way your mind changes, the way you catalogue things, the way you prepare for things is different, isn't it?
It is,
You're prepared to do anything that it takes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I now know all of the tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
Conclusion on this car then, Gus? I mean, my mind's made up already.
Oh, my mind's made up as well. I mean, why wouldn't you want it as well? I'd like to drive around in it for a bit. It's lovely, isn't it?
But
really
the numbers stack up as well.
Yeah.
$6,500 for the car.
Yeah.
We can see that we can do something, a job here that we can get our teeth into. It's a nice, oily, interesting job. Not that oily, because it's mainly paintwork,
but it's nice to take an engine out. It's nice to take everything out and have a look at it on a bench, isn't it? It's a lovely thing to do.
It is, yes.
Nice for everyone to look at.
And give us the space to, take the bonnet off, get in there, pull the wiring loom away, take the pedal box out, the heater out.
Yeah.
Give everything a fresh coat of the correct colour.
Yeah.
And I think this car would look $1 million inside and out. It's just so nicely original.
Yes.
I can't spot a
non-original part.
No, the car is all original parts.
Yes.
By the looks of it, to me.
Yeah.
This is a car that's managed to make it through life. For instance, this car was last fully serviced 2 miles ago.
Yeah.
So it's come from wherever that was to this storage space.
It's been looked after, hasn't it?
3 years ago.
Do you think it's come from 2 miles up the road?
Well, no, I don't actually. I tell you why.
Might have gone on a trailer.
Because you'd want to at least take this right down the road and around the roundabout and back, wouldn't you?
You would.
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
So I reckon wherever that was, it might have even been done here in this garage, right here.
So it's coming with us, isn't it?
It's this is a defo.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're absolutely, without any shadow of a doubt, it's just so nicely correct.
Yeah. Good.
So what do we reckon we could get for it? Do you reckon we could get this up above the 8 to the 9,
I
maybe?
would have thought so.
Maybe the 10?
I would have thought so,
This
definitely.
is just so original.
Yeah.
This is not a restored car.
No.
This is a nice original car that has been painted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it has had the carpets replaced. So
all the things that would happen to a car in its lifetime.
Yeah.
Apart from the rotting away, which
it doesn't seem to have done. It doesn't seem to be done. I mean, we've not given it the full inspection underneath, but you can just see that this car's in great condition.
Yeah, but without a jack, we're not going to get under it, are we? Let's face it. So it's coming. That's our conclusion.
Yeah.
Great.
Fetch the trailer.
Yeah, let's get the trailer. Good. So next time it's your turn.
Yes, it is.
Got any ideas?
I have. I've got something right tucked away up my sleeve.
Okay, great. Well,
and you'll have to work very hard to work out what it is. You're not going to believe it.
Excellent. Good. Okay. Well, there we go. So until next time, if you've got something you want us to come and have a look at, please get in touch.
Please do.
Other than that, thank you very much for listening and watching, if you've been watching. And I always feel a bit bad about the people watching because I always forget that I'm holding out this camera at arm's length.
Thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying it. And hope you can see this pretty little car.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Right. Till next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
The Flipping Bangers podcast features Gus Gregory and Will Trickett, is produced by Dan Allum and is a Just Mike TV production. International copyright is asserted. All opinions are personally held. Audio engineering is by Stephen O'Toole. We've used a sample of music composed by Tatimi and Lenny B at Upbeat. If you'd like to get in touch, please visit justmike.tv or chat to us via Instagram at Flipping Bangers. Thanks for listening.